All right, thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for joining me. I'm your host, Derek Lane, another edition of the Fast Lane, your podcast for success. Hey, long weekend this weekend, which is good. Every time we have an opportunity to get a little extra R&R in, we should take it, right? But that doesn't stop us from thinking about our success and thinking about the things that we need to do to further our success, to become the person that we see ourselves as. Hopefully you're on a journey that is inviting success, inviting new and exciting things into your life, things that are positive, people that are positive. You're overcoming some of the hardship and strife that life throws at you, and I know you can. Let's talk a little bit about the opposite of success. Let's talk about failure. Failure is the reverse of success. So why are we so afraid of failure? Because failure is really just a springboard to success. In other words, you can't have success without experiencing some failure. Oh, you may have intermittent small successes, which is great. And no, we really don't want failure, but it's a part of life. It's a part of the learning process. In other words, have you ever built like IKEA furniture or put together a swing set for your kids or what have you, and you've never done it before, and it can feel a little overwhelming? It's like, I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm doing here. I've got instructions, but still. But let's say that you muddle through it and you get it done, and then you feel like, okay, all right, that was a success. But let's face it, if you've put together a swing set 50 times, you would be pretty much a master at it, right? You'd be able, you wouldn't even need instructions anymore. You'd just be able to open a box up and go, bam, here we go. All right, let's get it together. Good. So repetition, knowing what to do is paramount to your success because you've learned all the tricks to doing it the right way. In other words, you got rid of the parts that fail you, the things that let you down, so you continue to go in the right direction. Well, that's what failure does for you in any endeavor that you have. It allows you to move past those sour points, those points that, I don't need that. I've already done that, don't need it, it's no good. What we're going to do here is move in a different direction. We're going to do this a different way. And then once you find one little key element that works, okay, boom, now next step. All right, let's find that next step that works. Boom, now the next step that works, so on and so forth. And that's what your life is. It's finding the things that work. But you have to go through some of those failures. It's just experience. You know, you take somebody that's a little more mature in life and has experienced a lot of failures and a lot of success, they can tell you about the failures. That's why I've always said, hey, it's good to have a role model, a key figure, somebody to bounce things off from that's been there, done that type of thing. Because when you have an idea and you go, hey, what do you think about this? Or even a group, as I've talked about in the past, being a part of a group. But when you submit something to someone that's been there, done that, and then go, hey, that's pretty good, beware of this, beware of that. Maybe instead of this, try this. Because this is what's worked for me. Okay, you don't have to go 100% on somebody else's plan because you're a little different than everybody else. But be wise. Listen to the wise. That's what makes you wiser, is you're listening to the wise people, the people that have had that experience, and then they've moved on to success. So, again, if you've never failed, chances are you've never even tried. And if you're not failing, you're not trying hard enough. And I'm not telling you that I want you to fail, but I want you to get those experiences that help you succeed. And as ugly as the word is, failure, that's just what it is. It's a learning experience to the ways to not do something. Okay, I mean, that was Edison that said that you know, I've never failed once. I've learned 1,500 times how not to do something. So that's just it. Do you realize that Colonel Sanders, Kentucky Fried Chicken, great chicken, by the way. Do you know he was at the age of 65 retired when he decided this retirement gig's not for me? I got to do something different. The only thing he had was a recipe for chicken. That was it. And so how are you gonna dream big and be big just with a recipe for chicken? But he went out and knocked on doors. To be precise, he got rejected 1,009 times before someone said, yes, I'll give it a try. 1,009 times he knocked on doors before someone said yes. Do you have that type of stamina? Do you have that type of perseverance? Can you get rejected 1,009 times without thinking, yeah, or maybe this chicken recipe, maybe I ought to stop and do something else? Most people give up on 2 or 3 times. Whatever their endeavor is, they give up on it. But not Colonel Sanders. Nope, persistent. 1,009 times. J.K. Rowling for the Harry Potter books, rejected by 12 different publishers. Nobody wanted a part of it. Not a publisher said, we like this. I could go on and go on with examples, but you kind of get the idea. You get where I'm coming from. The failures are building blocks to success. Failures are essential to success. Being able to fail at something and yet bounce back with the idea that I'm not giving up on this. I am not giving up on it. I'm going to do it if it takes me 1,009 times or 1,010 or 1,011, whatever. You get what I'm saying. And then, the people that do find success and they start to see a little bit of light at the end of the tunnel. And then one day, what they've been working on so hard and so diligently and putting all of their time and energy and effort into, and then inevitably somebody will say, well, look at them, they're an overnight success. They just tried this and it worked, and wow. And you and I both know that's never the case. It's never the case. I think it was the great golfer Gary Player that said that a reporter says, how does it feel being an overnight success? He said, it's funny. The harder I work, the luckier I get. The harder I work, the luckier I get. I love that quote. That's great. But you see what I'm saying? This is your path. This is what you have to do. You have to experience those letdowns, those times in your life when not everything's going great, and you go, I'm ready to give up. I'm calling it, throwing in the towel. I'm bloody and bruised. I can't take anymore. I know Hollywood does a great job with, the Rocky stories and all of these, feel-good moments. But this is your life. This isn't a movie. And these were real examples of people that just kept going. Keep going. Keep going. Let me say it again. Keep going. You have to. You owe it to yourself. You don't get back yesterday. Can't live tomorrow. All you've got is right now. Do the best you can right now. Enjoy right now. Understand that if you have a failure, it's not the end of the world. Not the end of the world. Learn from it. See, that's the biggest thing there. I've talked about failure being essential to success. And that's really not the whole story. What we learn from failure is essential to our success. The things that we take away from the experience of failure. There's nothing to be shameful of, regretful of. Be proud. Be proud that you tried. You stuck your neck out, and you went for it. And then if you think people are going to look at you like, what a fool, look them straight in the eye and say, I'd do it again. As a matter of fact, I'm going to do it again. Okay? Because you can't see the world when your head's inside the shell. You got to stick your head out that shell to be able to look around and see what's going on. So take my advice. Keep trying. Keep pushing. Do everything that you can to be successful. Again, sometimes we need redirection. When we have a failure in our lives and we have things that aren't going right, make sure that you learn from it. You learn what didn't work, and then you put together a strategy, you put together a plan, and you go, okay, all right, I can see where this right here was a mistake, so we'll do this again. So once you redirect, then you open up another venue for opportunity. An opportunity will present you with new challenges as well, but that's okay. You'll get to that, and you'll either do it right or you'll fail and get another shot at it. You'll always get another shot at it, no matter what people say. You'll get another chance. There's always more than one time to do something, okay? And that's when I want you to realize when things are dark, they're not going well, you've got to have the gutorial fortitude in the darkest hour and the courage to pull yourself up and go, I am going to do this. I feel it in my bones, my soul, my spirit. I was meant to do this. The good Lord didn't put me on this earth to not achieve. He put me on this earth to achieve. And achieve I will. I will achieve at my top, my best. And then you learn to grow. Once you succeed and you find success, and then that breeds the confidence that you need to continue to go. And then you try other things, and you continue to try. Again, it's a life lesson. It's a life journey, and it's a growth. It's a spiritual growth that we're doing, but we're going to do it successfully. We're not going to lay down and just give up and pitch a tent on the side of the street and go, well, life, you beat me. You beat me, life. I'm sorry. I'm just not going to do this. Don't have the willpower. Don't have the time. Just, you beat me. That ain't you. That's not you, and that's not me. We're winners. We challenge life. Yeah, I don't want adversity nonstop, 24/7, just to say I can do it. No, I'd rather have the smooth and easy sailing. But I know that there's going to be the times that I do get adversity, and there's going to be times that I'd get it, and I'm going to be ready for it, because I know knowledge is power, and I know that I need a little bit of adversity. Again, don't want a ton of it, just enough to keep me challenged, enough to create the juices, the thought process, the things that I need to keep me going in my life, in my journey. Okay, I think that I've kind of touched on, why it's important to learn from our failures. I believe that if we all, as a collective conscious, look at our mistakes and learn from our mistakes, we can all grow as human beings and be able to share. Again, if you don't have a mentor, I encourage you to find one. If you've got tons of experience and knowledge, I would encourage you to become a mentor or reach out to people, because it's so satisfying. It's so satisfying for you to be able to give to live to give. Okay? All right. With that, once again, I do appreciate your listenership to the Fast Lane Podcast for Success, and I am your host, Derek Lane, and I appreciate your time, and thanks for listening. I can be found on all of the outlets: Spotify, Breaker, Stitcher, iHeart, iTunes, go on and on. Reach out to me, Derek, at fastlanepodcast.com, Derek at fastlanepodcast.com. It's my email. You can send me any and all questions, and if there's maybe a topic that you would like me to tackle, talk about a little bit, let me know. If you have questions about anything on the podcast, let me know. And a little bit of a shorter week for you this week, hopefully with the extended holiday, but I want you to get the most out of it. I don't want you to let down one iota. I want you to stay focused and have a wonderful, wonderful, great week. I appreciate you very much.